glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the New Orleans Saints. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
What? 180! 47! They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong. Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. He'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
180! I'm going to come back to you. DC.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Goff. And he slings one that's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. But now it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Value 3.
4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic.
I'm trying to collect.
From the gun, here's Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
180! 47. Here we go, D.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
3rd and 12.
The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12.
12. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Check pass. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Hey, what's up?
Here's Goff. And that is incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They run with a former Viking and Raider. It's Latavius Murray trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Marcus Peters up to make the tackle. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches have given him, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Kamara. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Aaron Donald with a sack.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing, Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. But now it'll be 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch safety green. Watch safety green. Safety's creeping. Jumping. Off. Hey. Me. Sit up.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Nickel Roby-Coleman, a sack off the corner.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now Goff on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On the run, Darkwa. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 11 yards there, first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
We're scoreless after one. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Michael Brocker's in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
12 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Bridgewater on first down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
A gain of 14. First down, New Orleans.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run it here. This is Buck Allen. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. That's a strong safety making a strong, hard tackle.
And we know his coach. Doesn't smile a whole lot, does he? How about that grin right there, ear to ear after that play?
And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On third down, here's Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season.
Here we go. 76. 76. Hey, Alpha.
On 2nd and 9. Goff. He's letting it fly for... Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, LA. Brandon Cooks. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Zerline good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. On 2nd down now. It's Murray. Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Let's go. Let's do it.
1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
They go play action with Gurley. Now gone. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Going out. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 30 yards there. And, of course, the first down as well. But one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Here's Ginn. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check 31. Check 31.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
A handoff. It's Murray. 12 yards there and a first down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Lutz puts this one through. And that will do it for the... There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They start the second half with Kamara. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. is Bridgewater. Open man is Michael Thomas. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Single. Swing.
They'll run with Allen. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
Defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
From the 44, Bridgewater. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Saints.
Minus 50. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Watch out.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
I got one. Under 10. Check 9.
That was second down run for Murray. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Saints on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Kill.
Here's Darkwa. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Set, hut. 18 data. Run fast. Here we go. 30. Slam.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll run it with Kamara, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Saints add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Room here to run. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick shot. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Shell. Chester. Bravo. 47.
Here's Goff. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Trey Hendrickson able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
At the Saints' 44-yard line.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Cal, you won. Topper. You got tight right there. Check. Fresno. Maverick. Hey, Echo.
Now Goff. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Trey Hendrickson, he's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
At
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Horrible. Hey, seam 6.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Not today, you are. Not today.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. He's definitely making his mark early in the year from the tight end position. 2 games played, 2 touchdowns.
And from what I've seen on tape so far this year, his ability to use the fakes well, his body in the red zone, they should continue to look his way through the entire season.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Switch up.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Matchbox light.
Hey, switch gears. Shift. Kill.
Go.
I got motion.
Five. Let's go.
They'll go with the keeper. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
Well, I liked it. Just take the snap, burrow forward, pick up the few inches you need for a 1st down.
And defensively, I don't think they were expecting that. They looked a little surprised in the middle.
Yeah, a little bit wary there, weren't they? Because that can be a throwaway down where maybe you go play action, fake it, and try and get something big. But instead he said, forget it. Let's just get a 1st down and start a new set.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch twins.
They run from the shotgun with Murray. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Mike, 58, right there. Time to go, night. Go. 58 to Mike.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Check 50. Go. Hey, he's coming in. Motion. Hey.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
He's coming. We got time. Switch.
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a fourth-quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
14.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
At the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the slant. Check 43.
Now a give. This is Murray. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ballgame. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. That 2nd down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. With Murray, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Loss of 3 yards. Brings up 4th down.
The Saints on 4th down last year, 13 of 16, 2nd best in the league, and they'll try it here.
Watch the shift.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
Michael, 180. All day, punk.
Cooper.
47 Mike, 47 Mike, Mike 47.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It got his man complete. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards. Well, what do you think? Maybe got away with one? I mean, he's thrown 2 picks already. That looked pretty dangerous.
And they have a little hang time on it. So what he needs to do right now, hug it out a little bit with his guy. Because he went up and made a play on the football and kept him from potentially throwing that 3rd interception. There's some trust in there. There's also some hope.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hold on. Check.
Gone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Ken Crowley. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
We got 4.
Down to a knee goes Bridgewater, and that ought to do it. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Saints, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for L.A., they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.